Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am just doing a little update on my Pan 19 in 2019. And I know it's only been a month, but I don't think I'm going to do monthly check-ins, except there are a few products that I have swapped out just because I realized that I'm not going to use them and there's no point in having them in there. It's just things that once I started to use them more just didn't work for me or were too dark for me or stuff like that. So yeah, I'm just gonna go over kind of what I switched out and the progress I'm making. I'm just gonna get started. First, let's start with foundation. I didn't swap out any foundation, so I have the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation, and this one I have made some decent progress on, and I actually love this foundation, and I think it's a little bit lower from where I drew my line, but it's hard to tell on the sides because it doesn't all like drip down, but it looks a little bit lower. But anyway, that's where I'm going to keep the line for this one. So I have made some progress on that. And the other foundation that I have in here is the LA Girl Pro Coverage High Definition Longwear Illuminating Foundation. And this one, okay, so when I made my first line on here, I just could not tell for the life of me how much foundation was in here. So I just drew a line from how like heavy it felt. And I actually like unscrewed this part of it and had to look inside to see how low the foundation was because I really could not tell. So it's about to here. That's about where my guess is, but it's not really. Obviously, it's staying up on all the sides of the container, so it's hard for me to tell unless I open it up. Those are the two foundations. And I have the same three primers in here too. So first I have the Catrice. This is the Prime and Fine, and I have used this one a little bit, you can see. So the way that I figure out the ones that I can't really tell, like these two, I open it up and I get all the stuff to the bottom, and then I squeeze all the air out until the product starts coming out, and then I know it starts right there, and that's kind of how I'm figuring it out. So I have used a little bit of this one. And then next I have the Rimmel Stay Matte, and this one I have used maybe once or twice since I started this, just because my skin is really dry right now, and this one just does nothing for me. So this one in the summer will probably get a lot more use, but right now the line's in the same spot. I have not really used this. And then the e.l.f. Hydrating Face Primer. Okay, I use this primer very often, and I have no idea how to tell how much is in here, but yeah, I don't know because I think there's no like thing in there, so whatever it is, it gets pushed up. Oh wait, I can see it. Okay, wait, I'm gonna make a line on it. So it gets pushed up from the bottom, and I can see the bottom of the thing that pushes it is right there. So there's actually a decent amount left in there. It's gonna get pushed up this way, so this one's actually gonna be like backwards when I make my lines, but I like this primer. It is very hydrating, but it also like feels a little bit like slick. It doesn't really dry down at all, so it feels really slick when you're putting your makeup on, but I haven't had a problem with it moving anything around, so it's been fine so far. I'm gonna continue with the things that I haven't changed. I got concealers. So I used my Maybelline Fit Me concealer in here, and I mean this one at least like it settles down, so I can definitely see where it's at. So I haven't used this one too much because it's just not my favorite, but I am working my way through it, and I want to get through this so I can definitely buy another concealer because there are a few that I want to try, and I feel like I just have a few too many. So we're getting there. And then the other concealer was the LA Girl Pro Conceal, and I did the same exact thing with this one. I got all the product down and then I squeezed it all up, and it went from here being where the product starts to come out the top all the way to here. So I have definitely made some progress on this one, and I think I will repurchase this, but I want to repurchase it in a lighter shade because when I bought this at the store, this was the lightest one they had, but I have seen this in lighter shades now at stores, so I definitely want to try this in a lighter one because I have to mix a lighter concealer with this. I also want to try one of these for cream contouring when I finish what I have. So yeah, there's the concealer. I've got a couple cream products here. So this one, I'll show you a picture, but I feel like I've made some good progress on this. I actually didn't go and look at the picture to see how tall it was before, but I will have them side by side to compare. And I really like this, and I did actually see someone else that used the same thing, that I guess the product goes really far down once you're unable to just use it anymore. So I might end up having to use a brush and scrape it out, but for now, I can still do it the easy way. This I do really like. Sometimes I feel like the powder covers it up so much that I do need to like a little bit of powder contour on top of it, but this saves me putting like a lot more powder on my face. And then I have the Tarte liquid highlighter, the Tartiste Pro Glow, and this I put it in my project pan because I always forget about it and I always want to use it, but I literally always forget I have it and I'm still forgetting to use it. And my problem is, like, I want to set my face so quickly that I just forget to put this on. And let me know if any of you have tried this on top of powder, because I'll definitely use it that way if it works, but I'm like scared. Maybe I should just test it. I'll test it later and see. But let me know your thoughts on that. I have used like the tiniest little bit. I think I've used this like maybe 5 or 6 times. This one is another one that's really hard for me to tell how much is left in here. And I have a feeling it's really pretty low, except I just really can't see it. And I am able to like scrape the edges and then kind of see that way that it's not full right there. Oh, that was a good one. See, it's already going. I don't know. I mean, you can tell, I think that it's lower than where I have it. Maybe I'll take the stopper out or something. I need to be able to figure out how to see this because I have a feeling it's actually like down here somewhere. And this is where I wrote my line because I wanted to be safe with it. But yeah, I actually really think it's a lot lower than that. Probably way down here. I do really, really like this. And this is the one that I keep getting comments on every time I wear it. I love your lipstick. What lipstick is this? And I love it too. When I run out, I probably will buy another one because it is so pretty. It's just, it's such a good color. But this is the Milani Amore Matte Lip Cream in Adorable, if anybody's wondering, because I wear it all the time and everybody asks me what it is. So yeah, that's typically what I'm wearing. I think when anybody's asked me that or complimented my lipstick, this is what I've had on. Staying in the lip category. So I didn't think of this when I started this video, but this time I drew a little line right underneath where the cover hits, and I figure I'm gonna measure it. But then the other lines will be gone because I will have sharpened it. I don't know. I don't really know a good way to do this. This is the pencil. I have had to sharpen it a few times. I have been using it. I don't use it every time I put lipstick on because a lot of times I just don't use lip liners. Okay, and I also have my Wet n Wild Mega Glow contouring palette, and I don't know if you can tell, it is starting to get like a little dent in here, but I don't know. Like, these pans can't be that big. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty close to hitting pan in the center here, but obviously I need to use up this whole thing. But still like this contour powder. Don't have any reason to buy another one. So then I have my butter bronzer, and this one, okay, so the first picture, is it the first? I'm not sure. The picture may or may not have a tiny bit of pan in it already. When I actually started this, I think in my first video, there was no pan on here. And literally like 2 days later I hit pan and I was like, shit, I don't know if I took my pictures for my project because I think I forgot. And I have been doing really well on this one and I still love it. I still don't think I have any reason to use anything else. So I basically use this every day to bronze my face, and this one's going good. I'm excited. All right, so the next few things are things that have been changed, and this video is also going to have like a few empties in it too because I don't want to do regular empties videos or anything, so I figured I'll just tie them in with my project pan updates because some of the empties probably are for my project pan and I don't know. So the first thing is, right now I'm using the Milani Make It Dewy setting spray, and I love it, and I love how like glowy it makes your face, and especially like right after you spray it. I use setting spray way too much, especially if it feels hydrating, because every time I wear makeup I feel like I just feel so dry, but like it feels like there's nothing there, but then you can see like, oh, it's so pretty and shiny, and it doesn't leave like spots all over your face. It's just, it's so nice. Love this. But this is not the one I started with. So I have gone through a couple, and I can't even actually remember what my first one was. I'm telling you, I go through them like crazy. Especially, okay, this may have been the one in my start to this. I'm not sure. It was one of these two, and they're both empty. This one went like extremely fast. I feel like this had like nothing in it. What's the difference? 1.52 fluid ounces and 3.4 fluid ounces, so a lot less in here. And how much is in this one? And this one's 2.03, so this one has less too, and this one actually is like probably down to here, so I'm gonna have to get a new one soon, and I think I will just rebuy this one because it's one that I found that I really like. And they also have the like make it last setting spray, which I tried a long time ago, and I'll probably need that one for the summer because dewy probably not so much. But yeah, so I've gone through this setting spray and this setting spray, so this is like part of my empties, and one or the other was in my project pan, so I'm just rotating through. I'm adding every setting spray that I buy because I only need one at a time, so I'm just adding them in. And then on the topic of sprays, I'll just throw this one in there too. This is the Hard Candy Hydrating Primer Mist. I really like this actually. It was fine to use underneath the makeup. It kind of made like a nice tacky base. I kind of spray it on after I put like my pore filling primer or whatever, and this worked really good. And also I would just use this to hydrate myself during the day because I was just feeling so dry, and this is just a hydrating spray, and I didn't have any issues with this. I liked it. It smelled pretty good. So yeah, I don't know. I just think that I like the Make It Dewy setting spray, but this is primer mist, so maybe I'll end up with both of them. I don't know. But yeah, that's the other spray for my empties. Okay, and now finishing up my project pan stuff real quick. 2 things left, and I very quickly realized that I don't want my Essence Pure Nude highlighter in this project. It just seems a little bit too dark for my face. Every time I put it on, it just looked really weird, like it left lines on my face, and yeah, I feel like it was just a little bit too dark for me. So that's why I decided not to keep this in there, because I'm just not going to use it. So I pretty quickly, because I got this over highlighter for Christmas, and I basically just switched them out right away. So the pictures you'll see of this is when I first put this in, which was like seriously right after I started this project, and then now. So I haven't actually looked at the picture. I know that I have done some work. Like this is basically the only highlighter that I use, and I definitely have done some work on it, but I don't think it's really easy to tell yet. So this is the highlighter that will be in my pan for the year. And then also I switched out my powder. So in that video you had the NYX HD Studio finishing powder, blah blah blah, and I think this is the, oh, it's just finishing powder. I used it a couple more times, and it just really darkens my skin, and it like takes away the highlight from the concealer, and it kind of makes everything just all look the same, and I'm just not really into it. So I actually traded it out for this Maybelline Superstay Better Skin powder that I just got, and I love it. I think I like using pressed powders to set my face better than loose powders because it doesn't leave that like powdery look on my face. It just looks so natural, and obviously I just sprayed that setting spray on there too, but it looks so natural, and it adds a little bit of coverage. Actually today I'm wearing a BB cream, concealer, and then this powder, and it does add just like a little bit of coverage, just enough to make it, I don't know, it looks really natural to me, because I don't even have the BB cream that I bought. I just tried it for the first time today, and there was like barely any coverage to it at all, but I need better things for my skin, so that's what I'm doing. But anyway, yeah, this really helped just build up the coverage a little bit and still kept it very natural, and I like this. So this just got added a couple weeks ago by the time you're seeing this, so, but realistically at the time I'm filming this video, this just got added probably not even a week ago, so that's why there's not really any use to it yet, but I'm sure there will be. And I really like to use it with a sponge to set my under eyes, and I love it. And okay, I think that's it for my Project Pan products. I'm very happy with my progress so far, seeing as how it's only been a month. My thing is there's a lot of things that I want to try, but I feel like I don't want to buy them because, you know, I have all this stuff, so I don't need it yet. And I want to try these other things, so I feel like every time I'm doing my makeup, I'm reaching for the things in my Project Pan so I can get those out of here so that I feel better about bringing new things in. Those are my Project Pan items. Thank you. I know, I'm doing good. And then I'm just going to show you like 3 more empties that I have, just to throw them in here so that I can get rid of them, because I don't like holding on to things for too long, but I do like the idea of showing the things that you've used up and giving your thoughts on them and whether you want to repurchase and stuff like that. So that's what I'm doing here. And I used up my LA Girl Shady Slim Brow Pencil. This one was in soft brown. I really didn't mind this pencil at all. I'm using the Joa one right now, and it goes on a little bit smoother and more natural, so I kind of prefer that one a little bit more. So I probably won't buy this one again, but it definitely wasn't bad, and I'm pretty sure it was super cheap. So I mean, not a bad pencil. It's not my favorite that I've used. So this one's gone. Garbage. Goodbye. This is just a little empty pack of makeup wipes, which I'm surprised I don't have more. I'm sure there's empty packages of makeup wipes all over this place, but this This was one from, I think this was like a Target brand. Oh yeah, Simple Pleasures. And no, Walgreens. I think I got them at Walgreens. And I mean, they worked fine. Definitely better than some that I've tried. I've tried a couple different kinds that I've gotten at like Marshall's or TJ Maxx, and I just have never really liked them. No. But those ones were fine. It was just a little tiny pack. And then the last thing I have is this Murad, can you see it? Murad Nutrient Charged Water Gel. I literally used every little bit of this and I really liked it. I got this in the like Ulta Favorites kit for skincare, so there will be a lot more skincare coming in the next update probably, just because I have all these little like sample sizes of stuff that are almost gone but not empty, so I didn't put them in here. But yeah, this I liked more than a couple of the things in there in that kit that I got. And honestly, I probably won't, well, I need to look up, I don't know how expensive this brand is. I also don't know if I said the name right, but I have been really loving like thick moisturizer on my face, especially like at night, and like I just need it to stay in there for a while because my skin is so dry. And I notice a lot of things like this which are super hydrating and they feel really good on the skin, but it's just not like, it doesn't stay that way. After like a half an hour your skin is kind of back to its normal like feel, and I know it's doing something, but I just need to like feel moisturized. I hate the feeling of dry skin. So I would use this and let it dry in for a little bit, and then I have this huge tub of like Pond's, like, I don't know, hydrating cream or something, and I put that all over. Is it Pond's? I can't remember now. I'll put a picture up if I remember. But yeah, and I really like that. It's nice and thick and it like stays on my skin for a while. So yeah, that's all my Project Pan update, and that is all my empties. Wow, super exciting video. I'm a dummy and I forgot to talk about my eyeshadow palettes in my Project Pan. So the two eyeshadow palettes that I have in my Project Pan for 2019 is my Chasing Rainbows palette, and this is my ColourPop palette, the only ColourPop palette I own, but I really, really like it. I'm wearing it on my eyes today, and I feel like I definitely have made some progress in some of these colors. There are dents in some. Obviously some I use more than others, but I do reach for this, so I guess that's progress. And of course my Morphe James Charles palette. So believe it or not, I've used this a ton, and you probably can't even really tell that much. Yeah, I mean, I definitely use this, and my goal with these eyeshadow palettes was always to just get use out of them. I bought them, I need to use them. I can do many things with them, and that's why my goal is to maybe hit pan on one or two shades and make some progress on some of the colors. I know, like especially in this James Charles palette, there's a lot of neutral shades that probably won't get much use, but I don't know. The neutral shimmers are really nice, and yeah, I don't expect to hit pan on maybe not even one shade out of these palettes, but if I can see use out of them, and obviously like you see me making my videos with them, so you know that I used them, and yeah. So those are the two eyeshadow palettes for my Project Pan. Let me wrap this up because I've been talking for 25 minutes straight. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time.